What it do, what it do, what it do. We here. Grindhardtv podcast, you know what I mean? Hold up, I'm just opening up my laptop. What's good, everybody? Lives was good. Yeah. I'm about to announce it. I ain't really say nothing to people about it, but I'm going live. You know what I'm saying? It's Grindhardtv podcast. We here January 25th, 2026. And for everybody that ain't know, because I ain't been really posting it, it's my dude Trigger from overseas. Trigger, you gonna have to go live, my guy. It's my guy Trigger from London just called me, y'all. From WhatsApp. But so everybody that don't know, I was in a car accident on Wednesday last week. It just passed. And I've been healing up ever since, you know what I mean? I jammed up my wrist real bad, my knee. I got some shit in my, as y'all see, I got a couple staples in my shit. That's healing up soon too, but the staple's not out yet. You know what I mean? But I'm just trying to heal up and stuff. That's why I ain't really been out on the scene. I know people be wondering, they see me on the scene all the time and shit like that, but my shit was fucked up. Well, it is fucked up. I'm still healing up. You know what I mean? Like my wrist is like very weak. It's some tendons or something torn in here. It's not fractured or broke, but it's some tendons that's torn in there. And this shit is aggravating me like crazy. My wrist is so weak I can't even really like pick up shit. So I'm really just wearing this to keep it stable while I'm on here with y'all. You know what I mean? At the hospital they told me to let it breathe. But as I'm letting it breathe, any little thing I do, the shit is just aching me. So I kind of had to put this on to give it some more stability, like give it structure. But yeah, and I banged my head in the car and let me tell you what happened. So you know what I mean? I'm going to work, and we get to a light, and you know, there's so many people out here that's scared to get like I guess a red light ticket or a speeding ticket or whatever. But you know, I guess the lady that was in front of me, we going and the whole of traffic is moving together and the light turns yellow. So, you know, essentially when the light turns yellow, you know, everybody is going a little bit quicker to catch this light. So we all start moving and it's like about 5 or 6 cars. This lady that's in front of everybody, she automatically brakes to stop so she don't go through the yellow turning red. But mind you, the light was still yellow. So now she brakes and now I'm seeing her braking. So I try to weave around her. But as I weave around her, somebody on the right side, which is the slow lane, is speeding up to catch the light before it turns red. So when I move over real quick to try to avoid hitting the lady, this person that's coming up on the right side swipes me right back into the lady that stops. So she tried to stop to avoid running through a light on a yellow, but then in turn it caused a whole accident. And as you see, all of this is what happened. You know what I mean? So that's why I've been off the scene. A couple of events has been going on that I was on the flyer for it to go. I ain't been pulling up because, yo, I'm injured. You know what I'm saying? My shit is fucked up. And, you know what I mean? I just been in the house. I ain't even really handled nothing. I ain't go back. They towed my car somewhere to some tow shop around here. I just spoke to them yesterday, and they told me that nobody was coming in because of the blizzard or whatever. So I ain't really got back to my car and got my keys out. I ain't get none of the shit out my car, nothing, because I've been in the crib healing up. So if everybody see me off the scene, it's because this is what it was. Yeah, you say, you okay, Brody? That shit look bad. Yeah, son. It is. But I'm a strong ass warrior and I'm just healing up on my own at the crib. And I ain't really been posting it. You know, usually everybody get into a little accident and they'll be online posting the car and posting everything. I ain't really post nothing. I just was in the crib healing up because I was really fucked up. But you know, like 5 days then passed. I'm feeling a little bit better. So today is the day I usually do my Grindhardtv podcast live shit. So I'm on here and y'all getting it firsthand from me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was in a car accident on Wednesday. You know what I mean? And I'm healing up. And I injured my head, my wrist, and my knee. And I'm just in the crib just chilling. You know, I call it the Grindhard headquarters because that's what it is. But I ain't really been outside at all for the last couple days. You know what I mean? And that's what it is, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to talk my shit about what's going on in the industry because I still was in here looking at everybody on YouTube and everything like that about the different shit that's going on or whatever. But I'm just in here healing up. And that's what it is, you know? It's a Sunday. It don't even feel like a Sunday because I've been in the house all week. So I don't even really know, you know what I'm saying? Yes, yo, thank you, you know what I'm saying? Mr. David Quinn. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that, man. Speedy recovery. I hope this shit heal up fast because this shit is painful like a motherfucker. The stitches in my head, that's kind of healed up. The staples is just still in there or whatever. It hurt a little bit, but I look like Frankenstein now because I got these shits in my head. You feel me? But thank you for everybody with the well wishes and stuff like that. But you know what I mean? Yeah, it's mad snow outside. I want to take the phones to the window and show y'all what it's looking like out here in Queens, New York, in the Rock. But yo, it's a lot of snow outside, and yo, I'm happy to be in my motherfucking crib, huh? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I want to be. When is it? What is it? I just was putting some stuff back in the stories, and congratulations to y'all for getting it on. Don't forget, y'all, the Red Hook series, season 2 is coming. You know what I'm saying? Go to the Red Hook series and y'all can see where it's at. They actually on a new platform. I'm in one of them episodes performing that record. Can't wait. The_Red_Hook_ series on the gram and the Red Hook series on YouTube, and y'all on a new platform too. I think it's called the Black Channel or something like that. I just reposted it. When I be seeing people that's doing shit that I'm involved in, and I see I got new accolades going on, I just instantly put it in my stories. Sometimes I add my tag on it, but if not, I just share it because if I'm working with you or I've done some business with you and I fucks with you, I'm gonna share your shit in my stories. That's just what I do. Either repost it or I'm gonna put it in my stories. But for people that don't know, that's kind of why I've been off the scene for a while because I'm healing. Because I was in a car accident on Wednesday, you know what I'm saying, early in the morning going to the jail and shit. So Monday, oh well, it's gonna be crazy Monday because of all this snow. So probably Tuesday, I'll be able to go check my car and get the keys out. And then I got my other cars that I will have to go and re-register and stuff like that because those joints wasn't registered. Because I got in my household, I got about 3 cars, but the one that I mainly drove, the Impala, the police looking joint that y'all always see me with, you know what I'm saying? That was the one that I mainly had on the road. Because it's expensive out here to have mad cars and shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like I own other cars, but I didn't have them registered because I was mainly driving one car. You only could drive one car at a time, you heard? So now that this accident happened, I'm gonna have to go get the other cars back on the road and shit like that. So I don't know why is it every time I get on my lives, I start yawning like I'm tired because I've been in the house all week. I've been just sleeping, eating, watching TV, healing up, trying to get my shit right. And yeah, that's what it is, man. Yes, it's in the Red Hook series season 2 is coming in the Black Network. It's Black owned, the Black version of Tubi. That's right, in the Black Network. You already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I've been rested for the last 5 days. This happened Wednesday morning. And I've been in the crib ever since. I ain't really been telling nobody and posting it online. But, you know, today on Sundays, I usually do my sit-down interview podcast. So y'all hearing it directly from the horse's mouth. Yes, Worldorama was in a car accident. And as y'all see, my shit is injured. You know what I'm saying? From the staples in my head to my wrist. You know what I mean? And it wasn't my fault. You know? So we're going to see what happens. But everybody been calling me that know about it, talking about lawyers and shit like that. So we gonna see when this snow clear up. We gonna figure out what we gonna do about that situation and all that. But I just been in the crib resting and healing because my shit is aching, and I don't like going outside and being at events where I'm kind of not at full potential because anything could happen at any event, and I don't want to be there fucked up in the game. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. But Y'all want to talk about some shit? Let's talk about it. I already got that out the way. Everybody know what time it is now. Yes, I'm gonna give me a lot of rest. I've been getting a lot of rest since I've been home. And is there anything in particular that y'all want to talk about? I'm actually gonna go to YouTube and shit. You know, I got the TVs lined up and everything. That snow outside is looking crazy. So everybody that's thinking about going out somewhere or doing anything, make sure y'all be safe. Make sure y'all be safe. You know what I'm saying? Be safe out there. Let's see, what's this? Welcome to Size Be Snapped. Ryan Witherspoon featured Jada Kids Take Money. Oh, niggas is all on. I'm just going through YouTube right now, y'all, to just look at some of the stories that could possibly be going on. Did y'all see that thing online with Cameron and that girl, the girl Callie? Let's see that real quick. Let's see that real quick. Because it's some of the things he said on there that was kind of weird, or that she said that was kind of weird to me, that I wanna address. You know what I'm saying? Let me skip that and pause this. This is my guy from Now What TV. I knew him for a very long time. Shout out to Now What TV. We're gonna use some of that footage from his joint. You know what I'm saying? And this is what it is. Let's see what they talking about.
I already told you, I'm like, you know this nobody holds nobody to me. That's what you want to see. I'm proud of you.
I'm telling you, they don't. No, I'm telling you what I'm proud. I said that they don't understand that you grow or when you change and when you're not the same. They're gonna always hold you to the same way they met you. If they know you from doing X, Y, and Z, they're gonna say, nah, I know who this person is. Sometimes you are that, but sometimes
you know when it comes down, you have a history.
It's not a history unless, like, when you got a history of being a certain person and showing up as that person all the time, right? But you can't judge person on that history.
It really wasn't an flaming number. These are those person. I said some shit about flaming number, and they said no hats. He's like, yo, what flaming numbers you and they no hats? I said, they upstairs somewhere. He said, you ain't gonna tell me you inside? I said, no. Find out you don't say anybody.
No, man, actually, some weird stuff. They got.
What go on that block?
The 917 number.
917 what? You gonna got it? I got the no. I know I block it.
Mr. Technology.
Unblocked.
You don't know that.
My whole thing was once I usually block, there ain't no coming back.
It was blocked for a reason.
You get parole every 5 or 6 years.
Go up to the board. You know, the board has to.
Cali, the world is not revolving around you.
Yeah, I told you that part.
Yeah, that part.
What I'm
I was
saying.
like, it doesn't matter if it doesn't work all around me. You still gotta communicate with me.
One time I was looking at years ago, I was doing, this ain't what you were talking about. Years ago, I was doing the Dipset cover line. I said, you can do,
How we get there?
because I'm just giving you a track record so you can jacket.
So you see this? Now we go over the track record.
This what you got on the track record. If you go to court and you got a felony,
Damn, y'all been in this system so long. Y'all just use it against us.
Yo,
Like,
If you're gonna learn something, you're gonna learn the law.
Nah.
I got a clothing line. I said, you go, she's good at making clothes. I said, do the female line. She's like, word. I said, pay for your trip to China. You go to the factories. I know the factories. I know where to go. My friend lives there, so I can stay at my friend's house. I got the trade routes. I can get the I said, babe, let's get it. Let's do it. I'm about to buy the ticket. 4 days before she supposed to go, we talking about it. Because she's like, you don't respect me.
Oh my God.
You fuck with these bird bitches. And I'm like, yo, what are you talking about? No, fuck that kid. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I know you don't.
But I think I know, I have an idea of how we got here. And I know why I felt the way I felt when I spoke him verbatim what I said.
I just
So
don't
look at
remember.
your next.
Because you know
No,
what?
I don't remember verbatim.
Yo, you know what it kind of seems to me? It seems to me like this girl, Callie, she is really feeling like Cameron is her nigga and that he's supposed to be providing for her. Even from the other interview where we had the interview with her where she was on the show and you know, he was talking to her about, and I'm sure y'all all seen it. Y'all could go and see it. I don't think I need to go into all of that. I just feel like she feels very entitled, like since she's cool with Cameron and they possibly was fucking or whatever the case may be, that, you know what I mean, he's supposed to be providing for her no matter what. Like he's trying to do business with her, but she's obviously feeling like, you know, he fucks with her enough to want to do business with her and keep her around. Because when you're a celebrity and a rap star and now a podcasting star and you successful at it and you get money and everybody trying to be close to you and be around you, you don't need to have everybody around you, especially girls that you used to fuck with and y'all wind up still being cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like, my opinion, I just feel like that the girl Callie feels that since she was fucking with Cameron, and not fucking with, I mean fucking, she was sleeping with this guy, that she feels like he's supposed to do everything for her and not ask no questions. If she say she need 15,000, give her 15,000 without him questioning the validity of her investment. If he's sending her somewhere like right here on this joint and where they in the store, he said that he was gonna fly her to China to deal with the manufacturers to get the female, you know what I'm saying, Dipset line going. And you know, the Dipset line was pretty dope. You got Jim Jones still out here going hard with the Dipset brand or whatever like that. If he wanted her to do the female line and she was supposed to fly to Japan or whatever and get shit done, I don't understand, like, what how could you have had a falling out with that? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just weird to me. Like, I don't understand, like, how you try to help people out and they just don't really appreciate that shit. It's kind of weird, like, but shout out to my guy Now What with the footage, because he was out, obviously out with Cameron and the girl Callie and her friends in the store. That definitely looks like a store in New York somewhere. But check this out, people. If women, if y'all fucking with a rapper or some type of celebrity or something like that, don't think because y'all cool when he fucked you a couple times that you got the carte blanche of like his wife or something like that. If y'all fucking around and y'all friends and he keeping you around or whatever like that, that's just like you. You know what I'm saying? Women, if y'all getting money and you might have fucked the nigga before, whatever like that, you ain't gonna get that nigga everything women, sometimes y'all do. You ain't gonna get that nigga everything like as if he was your husband. You gonna look out for him and do some good things for him. And I know a lot of times women do a little bit more for niggas that they fucking than niggas do with girls. Cause, you know, us men, we don't be too open off of us just fucking. It gotta be more. Like for me, for instance, I'm married and I put up with a lot of shit with my wife. You know what I'm saying? She put up with shit with me and I put up with a lot of shit with her. You know what I'm saying? But a regular girl that if I was out there fucking around and I had a girl that I was just fucking with, like, I'm going to do for them because we fucking, but I'm not going to be going all out and dealing with the bullshit and taking all your headache and do all that. Like, I don't need to do that. And for whatever reason we might have been doing something, like, I'm not going to jump over the moon to give you stuff because you may feel that you're entitled to something because we was fucking or something like that. And I think that's the difference between men and women. And honestly, I feel like this. I feel like most women, they ain't fucking no nigga. If they ain't your husband, or ain't a nigga you've been with for a long time, a nigga ain't fucking with a chick ain't fucking with no nigga if he ain't got something to offer her. So if a nigga ain't touching the bottom, or he ain't got mad bread, or he ain't got a nice car or house or something that make you really want to fuck with that nigga, chicks ain't gonna fuck with a nigga anyway. You know what I'm saying? Not unless you knew her and y'all been friends. So a chick ain't gonna fuck with a nigga that ain't really about nothing or got nothing anyway for a nigga to feel entitled. So I think chicks need to stop feeling entitled. That's just what it is. I think and this is just my take on the Cameron and Callie thing, because I've been watching that too. Remember, again, I was in a car accident and I've been in my crib watching a lot of this shit online and everything like that. And I just feel like from what I'm seeing from this situation, old girl feels a little bit entitled. You know what I'm saying? From her just smashing a dude and then them having a little friendship type of relationship. And I think that's the problem. You feel me? So that's just what that is. Let me see what else is going on in here.
You.
Let's see. Cause you know what I mean? I've been watching shit, but I ain't really been going crazy like that. Oh, here's something that I wanted to show y'all. You know what I'm saying? Now look, this is just a quick short. This is a short. Shout out to my guy Uncasa, because I remember something for a long time now. All right, so what I wanted to say about this was, I remember the other day seeing the Uncasa thing where, you know what I'm saying, Jim Jones was interviewing Dipset, and he was laughing at Uncasa for messing with the girl, the PR girl, right? Now, I remember Uncasa for being around for a while now, because I remember Grindhardtv, we interviewed him, Adolf the Assassin, and damn, that's crazy. I forgot my son's name. Shit. All three of them. It was three of them. And damn, what the fuck is Shice Bubs. It was Shice Bubs. I remember I banged my head, so I might have lost a little bit of memory or whatever in the car accident. But Shice Bub, Uncasa, my cousin Ice was on the live too. He was there when we did the interview. Shice Bub, Uncasa, and Aguilar the Assassin dips with the Purple City Bird Gang. And we saw Jim Jones on his podcast with Dave East, who's actually in this video right now. And it's clear to me that Dave East ain't trying to, it's not that he not loyal, it's just that he cool with mad people. And all of them niggas from Harlem. So I just feel like the nigga Dave East, he ain't trying to like burn no bridge with niggas that he knew for mad years because he's rocking with Jim Jones. And I gotta respect him for that, because if they all from Harlem and he know all these niggas as well, he shouldn't have to pick no side. He shouldn't have to be like, I'm running with Cameron or I'm running with Jim Jones, like how Mano is. Mano is like, yo, I can't go to Max B party because I'm loyal to Jim Jones, when actually Mano was locked up with this nigga, Max B, and his peoples. So they got a really tight relationship that Mano is actually dubbing because he's trying to be loyal to Jim Jones, because Jim Jones don't want to get over the situation that they went to. And Jim Jones, in your defense, I understand that when you help an artist get on and you put them on and you doing all this and doing all of that and they double cross you, you feel a way to where you don't want to rock with them no more. And I kind of understand that too. So it's two sides of every story. But you can't really ask niggas to not keep a relationship with somebody that they cool with. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't like them. Because you and, I mean, it was some real serious beef, like with niggas trying to hit niggas with cars and all of that. It was kind of serious. But this nigga Max B been going for like 17, 18 years, man. You can't keep holding on to some shit like that, because when I be looking at all of the interviews with Max, he ain't even thinking about that shit. That nigga's so up right now, coming out of doing all these years to come out and still be doing this thing and winning. Like, this ain't no time to be thinking about no old beef with some nigga from back in the days. And sometimes, and on the real talk, and on the real, I feel like Jim, he mastered the art of going viral by beefing with niggas, like how 50 did. So I think he just be saying shit about people just to like get the reaction and get the clout from it, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that what he be saying ain't valid on how he feel, but a 17-year-old beefing, and it ain't even that serious, my nigga. Honestly. Honestly. But I feel you. You can feel like Jim Jones, you can feel like you really up right now and you don't need to fuck with no niggas and that's it. But if you and French Montana's good, I don't understand why you and Max can't be good. Let me see who this. Somebody saying Turkey. Let me see. Trafe Severe 14531. I don't know who you are, but shout out to you. You saying Turk, bro? I don't. Oh, greetings from Turkel. Shout out to the people that's tuning in from overseas, mad far. All right, from Turkey. Is that Turkey or Turkel? That look like Turkey to me. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in from all over the world on the live. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, back to what I was saying. So looking at this behind the scenes video of the For the Love 2 episode, Dave East, Uncasa, and BMO, you know what I mean? Dave East don't want to be in none of that shit, from what it looked like to me. You know what I'm saying? He's still rocking out with Max B. He's still rocking out with Uncasa. He ain't worrying about, oh, since Jim Jones don't fuck with these niggas, he not fucking with them. He not looking at it like that. And he's still on the show. You know what I'm saying? Let's rap about it with Mano, Fabulous, Dave East, and Jim Jones. They still on the podcast with them, but he ain't out here holding grudges against niggas that he knew for mad years and he cool with over Jim Jones beef. You know what I'm saying? So what y'all think about that? You know what I mean? Should he be loyal? Should he be loyal to Jim Jones and be like, nah, I ain't gonna be cool with this nigga that I knew all my life? You saying what firm? I don't know. I think you writing in Turkish. I can't understand that word. Yeah, but I'm definitely talking to you. You know what I mean? Tyree Severe, 1463. But yeah, so that's what that is, man. Like, and I understand both sides of the story. I understand both sides of the coin or whatever the case may be. But if we all out here and we supposed to be sticking together and we supposed to be getting money. Hold up, I'm seeing something on here that say, I'll mop the floor with Fabulous. Who's this? Oh, let's see what this about.
No, son, on stealth, I make a jaw jam. I let it ring at a nigga like a dog cam. I don't compare with these niggas. They ain't off brand. Mr. Regular, you know that man. Or get shot like you owe that man. Nigga must throw. This for all the sniffers and the shooters tied his arm up. He try to find a vein before you lose it. Compare me to these niggas, they squares. I'm in these squares, yeah. The lock picker, Kobe Smith with the key. I drop it down and let it dry, nigga. Base for the streets. My bitch the real life Harley Quinn. In designer shit, yeah. I make a scope out of a Cardi lens. 12 gauge, I leave some pellets in the cardigan. Joppy flame in that kitchen, let's have a cook-off. Homie, when you dealing with weight, you buy that bricks off. Yeah, you in the streets and get a paid lawyer. Don't get lost in this world thinking you David Sawyer. Packages coming in cans, they thought I work for Gordon. On everything, I get right in any lane. I'm a hustler, I chucked up my losses, never complain. You see GD, that's my brother, nigga. And we play for keys. Them brown boys, you fuck around and you won't make the weed. Yeah, I'm outside with the baby K. I put him right in his lane, brother, David Lane. Body stuck right on another beat, underlay. IDP, what that mean? Pussy, I don't play. Invested in the ass and titties, now she owe me. Stuff her with a half a brick and send the OT. Let's roll, tell me outside.
All right, so you look.
On stealth, I make a
That
jaw
was-
jam. I let it ring at a nigga.
That was, see, I'm reading the caption, the thumbnail. It said, I mop the floor with Fabulous, and it's a tiger there. And then I click on it, and it says Jaffe Top Tiger. So obviously these is 50 boys from Queens. You know what I'm saying? Actually, that's No Rap Money. Shout out to No Rap Money, because the web series that we in, the Red Hook series, you know what I'm saying? No Rap Money is actually, you know what I'm saying, in there. And I'm one of the artists that performs in the Red Hook series with one of the No Rap Money, on the No Rap Money nigga. You know what I'm saying? So the dude, Jaffe Top Tiger, he's actually defending 50 on the mic, and that's why he say I'll mop the floor with Fabulous, because that's what that's about. So them niggas is rappers for in defense of 50. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's a bunch of different shit going on out here. Let me see. Let's see what we got going on here. And just in case y'all ain't know, I want to show y'all this too. I got a couple pages, and since we on my podcast, I want y'all to know. So this is what we on live right now. Grindhardtv Television. You know what I'm saying? That's the Grindhardtv Television channel right there. If y'all check it out, you know what I'm saying? It's 1,002 subscribers. Grindhardtv Television. You know what I'm saying? If you go to it, that is that page right there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see that logo everywhere from the Grindhardtv.
So there was no such thing as hip hop. Disco was when you first started mixing records.
Just in case y'all know,
that's what really set it off.
That's my interview with Tyrone Williams, Fly Ty from Cold Chillin' Records. Rest in peace, Fly Ty. You know what I'm saying? It's on Grindhardtv Television. Y'all can check that out. You know what I'm saying? But go subscribe to that channel. You know what I mean? All right, let's get out of that. I don't know how to get back to that. Okay. Now, and this is the World-Orama channel. That's the World-Orama channel right there. You could go on that. I'll be live on that a lot. Let me go to that page right there. Yeah, let me see. We go to my home. Well, it's not gonna go to that channel right there. I don't know why it's not doing that. This is actually the cipher that we did a year ago. Let's listen to that.
Unlike other value meals,
it always got to go to commercial.
Meat and Free Box has 3 sides, not just one. It's more.
Let's go.
I'm BMC, they didn't say my name. Denzel, man on fire, cause I walk with flame. Must be disability, I walk with cane. Think you slick? Feel like I'm Lamar, can't stop the rain. Ballin', Jamal Crawford, you can click on the bench. Half these niggas in the cipher ain't the shit that I did. You killing niggas, drilling niggas, need to give it a rest. Who's next? Taking niggas out the game. 2 texts. I heard he's smoking, does he high? I guess he do wet. Both my shooters shoot and let it sing just like a duet. And I'll let it run like newlyweds. Niggas talking to the cops, know I'm sick. Niggas supposed to sue the feds like medicine. I dismember him when the reverend having meetings with the deacon. Please you and they schedule them. Line a nigga up on my block, you will never win. Futuristic flow and I promise I'm ahead of him. Get beheaded when I prospect, feeling lesser than. Shit is deep with so much currency. I am the grip keeper. Pay attention, Nas, I need your ear. Cause this shit ether, no one clean a BMC hoodie on. Feeling like the Reaper. But I'm from Spartan, niggas knowing that it get dark. Started out with nothing on my lonely speaker knockers. Funny niggas destroy you and I can't handle it. If you my son, I'll pop a nigga. Otis Anderson, that nigga had a move.
Hold up, I'm listening somebody on my live, on the Ground Television live. Matt, you said rap is dead, or you said garbage, rap is dead. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Like I wanna go into it. You said rap is dead, so what y'all think about that? That was actually the real raw NYC 5-borough freestyle that I was going into, but I was gonna play it. But I want to go into what some of the comments and what some of the guys are saying. And y'all don't need to really be going and saying comments and then getting right off. Like, don't be nervous. You know what I'm saying? If you felt it was garbage and you said rap is dead, then give your opinion on it. Like, let's talk about that. Let's rehash on that. But since you wanted to get out the live, and I guess we could go back to the music. Let's do it.
Dancing like a pop star, that nigga dead. And he past tense like cop cars. I seen them niggas cuffing bitches, can't play me. Them bitches always been attached. Ate me at the sugar shack, you shoot it up.
We shooting back.
Bullet to go
Tip for tat.
Them niggas wanna go to war, we aiming at your
Fitted cap.
We don't get into that.
The internet.
Picture that, my block ain't got no cameras. Niggas pull up, it's a Reynolds rap. Spartan Ave, where we keep the
Loaded weapons.
You could die if you pull up
In my section.
A baby daddy learned the lesson when they stretched him when he walked down the block. He was lying by his best friend. The streets are scary when you out here, play it safe. Before you eat your your food, you better know this.
Say your grace.
Don't get caught lacking out in traffic, you'll see better days. Mother started crying cause her son is headed to the grave. I'm getting mad as hell, 40 years ran out of shells. Favorite fish, she hung herself, she did it with a plastic belt. I'm getting mad as hell, the 40 year don't look the same. I had to double shot, Mr. Hot, niggas switching lanes. I spun back for niggas, my reaction quick to BMC. Get the chicken, scientists, they take my bars and make a scripture. It's only you in that 3-piece suit, up in that casket with your mad as shit. He pour was bright, but then I lean him like an activist. On BMC, I get the bag and then I bag your bitch. And you ain't half as this.
Smooth.
Staten Island,
BMC Smooth from out of Staten Island, y'all.
Johnny Floss. Yo, the nerve of you to doubt my talent. Now I gotta police your thoughts. You have the right to remain silent. Nothing short of amazing when I'm in this booth. These bars can and will be used against you. Being great comes with a certain responsibility. My charismatic demeanor don't ruin the tranquility. Don't end up acting finicky. Cause even Khalees found a way not to stay on a certain energy. Yeah, I'm too smooth, but on this mic, I'm a terror. Pillow talk about me only gon' make me ruffle your feathers. My bars hit down to the middle. Time heals wounds, but you gon' feel these type of punches forever. It's hard for you to stay ahead. How can I not string you along? Know when you hanging on by a thread. A dude named Eddie ain't wanna give me my cred. The Flow District 75. Yeah, I'm special, man. I'm here, so don't get misled. I'm just too polished. People think these bars were sprayed with pledge. The moment that I slack, make sure you call me out. But when you give me praise, I'ma call you a church mouse. You gon' backtrack, cause I'm always showing out. And keep your girl home, I'ma end up in a blouse. Pro man, not a minor. Signing off Johnny Floss, aka Mr. Clever One-Liners.
Big Trap, Lord.
This nigga Trap killed this shit, y'all. This is one of my favorite on here.
I feel like time is ticking. You ain't sliding, nigga, by your business. I'm trying to get it. These niggas just trying to blind a vision. I'm trying to get a Ferrari about a Honda Civic. Feel like most of the L's I took, they had growler in it. How could I laugh if I'm riding with it? It only take you 60 seconds to die, so I ain't tired of it. I'm in the hood, like I see who up now. Hit me with them checks clear. See through
Uptowns.
Brownsville, cold with it, cold in the hot summers, top gunners, RP City O and Pop Gunner. Put you in a turtle or block color. Extra man out, red beam on his face like Scott Summers. Star 67, we was known for the block numbers, not you. You was more known as the block runner, acting like you really with the bros. Don't stop fronting. You had one job to let us know when the cops come and stop bluffing. Niggas know if you don't respect. All this fucking shit I did for the set, better get him a vest. Call fail, I just send him the checks. Niggas broke, get you smoke for a stimulus check. Call 1200, that's with a guard, they gon' 12 son. Niggas get shot, they back. They be still frying, please don't have to cater them niggas. You ain't killed nothing, still ain't shit to say to them niggas. Ain't no chill, but free side doing the bid. Straight out a pill, coming free, belly doing the bid. Niggas still thugging. Look, shout out to the gang, I'm really fuck with y'all. Really had to see my dogs under, we are underdogs. Fuck around, put your boys under, we are underboss. Sorry about these pussy niggas chain, they keep coming on. Summer's Eve, I can really see the pictures, some of y'all. Some are gone, but the weed flipping doing somersaults. Even though I'm way above it all. Well, that rap, this is going back and forth shit, I love it all. That's when you really see who nice when it comes to bars. Even on the beat, we ain't gotta get a gun involved. And every day niggas counting me out. Same bitches that use the curves that he shouting me out. But it's cool though, keep my name out of your mouth. For the ghouls be surrounding your house. Half a pound of the couch. Know the kid in and out of the drought. She don't know the name of the car, but she sounded it out. We still go on the east side with your little jaw. Pillow talking on the same shit she got killed on. If I don't hit no shots before I sleep, it feels wrong. I heard more goods in them streets than drill songs. Look, we go and get him tonight. Leave him 6 feet and make his ass social distance for life. Nigga, it's really rap. Railroad radio, big trap, big BQ, yeah.
Yeah, well, look, I want to let y'all know something, right? That was one of my favorite ones on the cypher. It was a lot of dudes that did their thing, but he was one of the guys that I really liked. But just earlier, if you was on this live this whole time, I said something about Purple City Bird Gang with Uncasa, Shice Barbs, and Aguilar the Top Don, right? Now, some years back, I used to go out of town with Mike Hands. Shout out to my guy Mike Hands. And we used to rent mansions in like different cities, if it was Atlanta or if it was in South by Southwest. So some years back, this was some years ago, I shot a video for Aguilar the Don. And he was supposed to, and in exchange for me shooting him this video, I was supposed to get some production from him because Aguilar makes some dope ass beats. Ag, I never got no beat from you, and I saw you a few times after that and said something to you about it. You never gave me this beat. But this is the video that I shot for him when we rented a mansion in South by Southwest in Texas. You know what I'm saying?
And I felt like the Wolf of Wall Street, I really was on the high. It was like the best thing you could ever fucking imagine. Yeah, as a young kid having that type of power. Yeah. And you know, girls loving you. You got a hit record out, they playing your shit on the radio. It's nothing like that, man. It's something.
Now, contrary to popular belief, and let me know, this stuff can give you birthday. Make no mistake about that.
Yo, rap game is sundown, Holloway Jr. nights with the handle. Get your birthday cake, I'm blowing out the candles. Fuck scandal, I can put her on a porn channel. X-rated one fucker out of sandals. The vision is Pink Floyd, frames is Cartier. Gourmet dishes while I'm eating out of marble chair. Flows rare and severe, but I persevere. Bars out of this world, another atmosphere. Domino effect on these other rappers' careers. I'm eating lamb chops, $6 beers. Hit after hit, I'm just having a good year. You still beefing over the rap, I ain't got time to spare. Nah, bruh, you know my style is so nice. Bounty on the head of an artist claiming a heist. Fuck with me and claiming your life, paying the price. 16 is killers, imagine saying it twice. Yikes. Yeah. Let's go. Yo, in a Range Rover Sport, lines snort. I talk real facts, man, your rhymes is born. My mind is gone. Every time lines is born, your rhyme is gone. Bullshit, the dawn is spawn. Entrepreneur, look at how I maneuver the manure. In the Aston, white Russian, inside Kahlua. Try to condone us, listen, return your donors. Y'all was sleeping on the over like we try to pop somas. It's over, you get a whip for the chroma roller. The world on my shoulders when I use the pistola. Repertoire is Espinosa, rappers is leftovers. Chain keeping holders don't even wanna try to owe us. Murder cases are heavy with corrupt and Calvin Rodas. TNT bars, my nigga, it's so explosive. Lines is loaded, streets gotta promote it. You ain't make the playoffs, nigga, you got demoted.
That came out April 5th, 2016, y'all. 2016, that shit came out. We was in Atlanta. I mean, not Atlanta. We was in South by Southwest. We rented a mansion. Mike Hands and his whole crew. You know what I mean? We used to do a lot together. Shout out to my guy Mike Hands, man. I just seen him back on the scene doing his thing or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Good to see you back on the scene. All right, now we just going through shit. Lil Durk's last night in jail was insane. We going through certain shit, seeing what the fuck they talking about online. That's what we doing today. Again, I'm still recovering from a car accident that happened on Wednesday. And, you know what I mean? I'm still healing up and everything, you know? So I'm in the crib, Grindhardtv headquarters, and I'm just going over shit that was said online and shit like that. But yeah, the reason why I played that Aguilar video from 2016 is because I just was talking about when I interviewed the Purple City Bird Gang some years ago. And if that video was from 2016, then that means when we interviewed Purple City Bird Gang, that shit had to be like 2010 or 9 or some shit like that, because it was many years before that incident. And that's how I knew Aguilar from interviewing Purple City Bird Gang, Grindhardtv, because, you know, we've been around 21 years this year. So we interviewed Purple City Bird Gang, and when I seen him, when we seen him in South by Southwest in Texas, we like, yo, we got the mansion, and as you see it in the video, we had, you know what I'm saying, Bernadette, you know what I'm saying, Sean Price's wife, she was there, Smith and Wesson was there, Joe Pesci was there, Ella G was there. It was a lot of people there, you know what I'm saying? And we was doing our thing out there, doing shows, and that's when I linked up with Monster, not Monster Energy Drink, but Monster Products, where they had the speakers and everything like that. We was trying to get something done with them. So, you know what I mean? I've been moving around for a while and shit like that. But we're gonna go into some more shit that's going on online and everything. I got some stuff here that I wanted to check
Boy, baby.
I didn't want that to come on, you know what I'm saying? So I wanna go into some things and talk about them that I got on Instagram. I want to talk about some of this shit on Instagram that I've been sending to myself, because there's certain things that happen on Instagram that I really wasn't jacking. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Rough Riders Radio and hiphop.tv and all of that. You heard? I want to go to home. See, it's different when you operate in Instagram on your. Let me see. When you operate in Instagram, would it be messages? All right, here we go. This is what I'm talking about. Let me see if they came from Ground Television. I always send stuff to myself when I see it because I want to talk about this shit. I've been sending a lot of healthy stuff to me now and shit like that, but let me see. What's this?
Was hidden. This entire historic community was obliterated. Bodies dumped in rivers, bodies dumped in mass graves. It was an absolute massacre.
This story isn't one you'll find in most history books. And almost 100 years later, the facts of what exactly happened that day are still unraveling.
Just listen, y'all.
I don't think...
Bluetooth connected.
The fuck is wrong with this shit? This is crazy. Since we going into Black History Month, I like to start talking about shit that's happening.
Listen.
Something terrible happened here. And for decades, people didn't talk about it.
Before I ever heard about it, it was something that was hidden. This entire...
Bluetooth connected.
Obliterated. Bodies dumped in rivers, bodies dumped in mass graves. It was an absolute massacre.
This story isn't one you'll find in most history books. And almost 100 years later, the facts of what exactly happened that day are still unraveling.
You heard that? They talking about Black Wall Street, y'all. Now here there's a lot of different issues going on with the ISIS coming to get certain people, and they saying that they just coming for black and brown people and all of that. But yo, since the beginning of time when black people been brought here in these slave ships, we've always been treated like second-class citizens, but yet we build and invent everything. Listen.
Something terrible happened here. And for decades, people didn't talk about it.
I was an adult before I ever heard about it. It was something that was hidden.
This entire historic community was obliterated. Bodies dumped in rivers, bodies dumped in mass graves. It was an absolute massacre.
This story isn't one you'll find in most history books. And almost 100 years later, the facts of what exactly happened that day are still unraveling.
I don't think y'all get it. Like, I don't think y'all get it. We were about to overcome one of the craziest things on this planet, bro. We were about to overtake Wall Street. Black Wall Street was going to do it. And they did this, turn that shit down to ashes. So right now in the background, we are rebuilding this shit on the blockchain to where as though no one can stop this. You feel me? We're going to make this shit all the way back, gang. Someone literally put in 4 bands because they believe in this shit, bro. Take a second, pause this shit and read this. They're really to do a true historic moment, like something that's gonna go down in the books, and they can't stop that shit. All you need is a Phantom wallet, have Solana, and copy and paste the address that I'm gonna put in the comments. And we're going to do something crazy. Our goal for the month of February is to get everybody on board. And we're going to send this joint past $1 billion market cap, which is $1 plus. Just look what it is right now. And we're going to send it to here, right there. Look how many believers and holders we have already. And that shit is holding strong. You're trying to be a part of a historical movement. Be involved in this shit, yo. This could be one of the ones that we put down in the books, gang. What?
Alright, so look. Y'all know that when black people got together, when we weren't included, and we couldn't go to the whites only restaurant or the whites only areas of the buses or the whites only water fountains and the whites only pools and the whites only. So all white people wanted to have their own shit where black people wasn't included. If y'all know y'all history, or y'all may be learning it from me right now. Back in the days when you see all of them signs where it say white only water fountain, white only diners, white only this, white only that. White people wanted to keep us segregated because they didn't feel that black people were of stature enough to be around them and eat in the same places they ate at and drank water at the same fountains they drank at and rode the same buses that they rode in, right? So black people would get together like in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and they built their own community. I mean, when I say black people built their own community, y'all see how y'all go to like Jewish neighborhoods and y'all see Jews and they all of the stores are Jewish stores. They even got their Jewish schools. They got their Jewish hospitals. They even got their fake ass Jewish police because dudes be riding around in their regular cars with their police lights on it. Well, black people had that damn near a century ago in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and other places too. It wasn't just Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma. There was other cities like that too. And do y'all know, from what I just showed y'all, and more history you could go by digging in it, that white people were so jealous of black people flourishing and getting financial wealth and generational wealth without them, that they came in, and this was the government, and destroyed a whole fucking town. Killed thousands were murdered. And they were all thrown in mass graves and in the water and everything and burned and drowned. Does that not tell y'all how much savages these people are? And this is just not too long ago. You know what I'm saying? This was just not too long ago. And I know a lot of people was trying to hide the truth and they don't want everybody to know about how barbaric and savages that they were. But this is the truth. This is not a game. Be mindful of who you bring into your circle and who you have around you. And black people, we've been so brainwashed to now believe that we want to be included in what everybody else is doing, that now we're actually 1,000% against each other. When in all actuality, we used to stick together and build generational wealth with each other. But it's not like that anymore. You know what I'm saying? And it's horrible to say, but that's a fact. You feel me? Let me see what else I got here for you. This is another one. Remember, Black History Month is next week, so I'm getting it started early. Let's listen.
America was built on stolen intelligence. Look, when Mark Zuckerberg claimed he invented Facebook, the courts didn't care that he executed it better. They cared that the idea wasn't his, and he had to pay the Winklevoss twins, because in the modern world, the theft of ideas has consequences. But early American wealth was built in a system where stolen intel wasn't just unpunished, it was protected and capitalized. Take the rice industry in South Carolina. Slave traders realized that some sections of West Africa had a massive amount of knowledge. They were the so-called rice coast, and they literally began marketing people from there for their agricultural know-how. And families in the American colonies jumped on it. Check out the Middletons and the Pinckneys, two of the most powerful dynasties in colonial America. Their rice fortunes were massive by any standard, amongst the largest concentrations of private wealth in British North America. And it translated into modern terms would land in the billions. Yet that wealth wasn't created by invention, innovation, or genius. It was created by the Africans they specifically bought, who already possessed the core technology of tidal rice cultivation, knowledge they didn't have in South Carolina. And that intelligence was priced into human beings. The Middletons kept the money they made, converting stolen African engineering into land and permanence that still stands today. While the Pinckneys went further, converting rice profits into law. They helped design the U.S. Constitution that protected property rights while erasing the people whose knowledge made the system work. No court ever asked who invented the rice system. No one ever paid damages. No descendants were sued. The wealth endured, the institutions endured, the legitimacy endured, while the inventors were enslaved, silenced, and written out of the ledger. Because if you own the people, you own their minds. And that's how some of the largest fortunes in early American history were created, normalized, and allowed to persist without punishment.
You see that? When the slaves were brought over here, they also brought not only their strength and their intelligence, but their know-how to cultivate a rice farm that they already knew how to do in Africa. Then they came here and did it. And white slave masters took that wealth and got even wealthier off of these black slaves. And when slavery was supposed to be abolished, no black person ever reaped any benefits off of this know-how and this knowledge. So black people has been treated as a second-class citizen for generations. It's crazy. It's crazy to me. Now, when black people were brought here and we were considered just property, and these white people were raping and murdering and burning and even cooking black people, using their skin to make leathers and shoes and eating their flesh. And then slavery was supposed to be abolished less than like 70 years ago. They now had, oh, we not letting these black people flourish without us, because you see they burned down, you know what I'm saying, Tulsa, Oklahoma, and flooded a bunch of other cities. But not only when black people were now trying to rebuild again, black ghettos were invented. And listen to this.
You ever wonder why so many inner cities across America look the way they do today? It wasn't by accident. It was actually the result of policies, prejudice, and profits. Today, we are unpacking the history of urban decay and white flight and how they reshaped black communities forever. Now, when you look at abandoned buildings, struggling schools, and underfunded communities, it's easy to think it just happened, but it didn't. It was all part of a long history of systematic decisions that moved wealth out of black communities while trapping black families in cycles of poverty. Let's talk about the roots of urban decay post-World War II. Now, after World War II, America experienced an economic boom, but while the suburbs were thriving, inner cities began to decline. Why? Because of intentional policies. From the 1930s to the 1960s, the federal government literally drew red lines around black neighborhoods, marking them as high risks for home loans. Now, this made it nearly impossible for black families to buy homes, build wealth, or access to credit. This is redlining. Now, let's talk about the GI Bill. While it helped many white veterans buy homes and go to college, black veterans were often denied these benefits due to discrimination at the local level. Now, let's talk about discriminatory housing practices. Racial covenants in housing deeds legally prevented black families from buying homes in certain neighborhoods. Real estate agents engaged in blockbusters, convincing white homeowners to sell cheap by stroking fear that black families would move in. Urban decay wasn't the result of bad luck, it was the result of bad policy. Now, from the 1950s to the 1960s, as the civil rights movement pushed for integration, white flight was accelerated. White families fled cities like Detroit, Chicago, and Philadelphia for newly developed all-white suburbs. They took with them the tax dollars, investments, and political power, leaving urban centers starved for resources. Meanwhile, black families were often trapped in these neighborhoods because of discriminatory housing practices and lack of economic mobility. And what happened to the neighborhoods? The schools deteriorated because they were funded by local property taxes, which disappeared with white flight. Businesses closed, jobs vanished, and public services declined. This created the urban decay we see today, decades in the making. Now, the legacy of urban decay and white flight is still visible today. We have underfunded schools. Majority black districts receive less funding than white suburban districts. We have generational wealth gaps. Black families were locked out of home ownership, the primary source of wealth in America. And then we have gentrification. Now that urban land is valuable again, black communities are being displaced by the very system that once abandoned. History didn't just happen back then. It's happening right now. Urban decay and white flight weren't accidents. They were outcomes of deliberate choice. If you learned something new, drop a black fist in the comments and share this with someone who needs to understand how deep this history runs.
You see that? You see that shit? This melanin in our skin, people are so fearful of that they would give these other nationalities home loans to go move into a nicer area so they can build generational wealth for their children with the equity off of these home loans and make sure black people couldn't get it. And leave you in the hood. That's why niggas be like, yo, I came up in the hood with nothing. You're not lying. Because it was designed that way. So that's why when they started giving like black women project apartments and telling them they can't have men there, that was to break up the black family. Because they know that women can't raise their sons the way men can. And men being heads of their household would stabilize the family and keep the unity together. They knew by destroying the black family, they have to give the woman the power and execute getting the man out of the situation. So that's when they was like, we'll give you welfare, we'll give you an apartment, but you can't have your man there. And then underfund the neighborhood so that you would be not well off. You would go to that school and the teachers would be there not giving a fuck about you because they wouldn't have the right funds and everything to do what they need to do to help that community. And then now, as you seen what she said today, now that the hoods are now a commodity, you got mad investors and white people moving in and they calling it gentrification. So they predominantly left decades ago to build better in other communities. But now that the community, the value of the community is low because everything is condemned and all of that due to the government setting it up that way, now they all come back and buying everything cheap and moving back in. You see how this shit works? I need all of y'all that's listening to this show, pay attention. Pay attention to what's going on here. And it's still going on. Still going on now. If y'all notice, everybody's shit was gentrified, right? Let's see. We gonna talk about a lot of black shit today, man. Don't forget, Grindhardtv is out right now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can hit my DM, tell me your sizes. I'll tell you the prices and I can mail it to you. Or y'all can just go to Mark X World in Far Rockaway, Queens and get your ski masks and your hoodies and stuff like that. You know what I mean? If y'all want to support black owned, y'all can do that. You heard? But let's listen to this next one.
Okay, I need you all to look at something really quickly. Above you have these 8 black boys arrested for stealing $2,000 in merchandise from Dick's Sporting Goods. On the other side, below, you have 5 men charged in the death of 1 black man.
I'm doing well.
Count with me. That's 13 black males in the system's grip and 1 black man dead. But this isn't about two separate stories. This is about one pattern that we keep refusing to see. The system that arrested these 8 boys, it was ready for them. Police coordinated, the sheriff office coordinated, the jail processed all 8 efficiently, the court system was processing them together. The system that's prosecuting these 5 men for 1 death also coordinated. District attorney's office, grand jury, 5 separate arrests, 1 unified prosecution strategy. Private prisons receive estimated $40,000 per inmate per year. These 13 black males represent potential revenue of over $500,000 annually, maybe $520K annually. If they each serve 10 years, that's $5.2 million in guaranteed value extraction. The system works together to capture these boys every time without question. Meanwhile, in our community, we're still asking each other, was your grandma born here or is she Caribbean? Is he gay or is she ADOS? Is he a Republican or is she a Democrat? We're arguing about silly things while they're loading the children up in squad cars by big numbers. We're debating while they're signing plea deals that steal decades. These 8 boys, they haven't even hit puberty yet. Their prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for decision-making and impulse control, won't even fully develop until 25 years of age or after. And the system knows this. Neuroscience research from the NIH confirms adolescent brains are wired for risk-taking and peer influence, but instead of protecting them during this vulnerable stage, the system targets them during it. And that one young black man who's dead, he'll never reach full development of anything. His life was taken. And now 5 more black men will cease a great part of their own lives. So here's my question, and I need you to sit with this. If they can coordinate police departments, sheriff's office, district attorneys, judges, prisons, parole boards, if they can work in a unified system to ensure every black man and boy is captured, prosecuted, and monetized, why can't we capture our own boys? If they can show up together every single time to demolish them, why are we still divided over who's black enough? They are beating us at unity. When the enemy is coordinated in their destruction of a people and we're still fragmented in our protection of each other. 13 black males in just 2 stories. 13. The system worked together to capture every single one of them. And when are we going to work together to save them? I'm Madam President with a Z. I'm 100% politically incorrect. And I'm here to finish what Harriet started. Move or die. Unity. This requires unity to capture 8 boys in one time. That requires unity, complicitness. Okay?
Let's unpack this real quick. And all in a nutshell, basically what it's saying is that these private prisons have business dealings with the state government to keep their jails full. And if they don't keep them jails full, the state or the government is going to have to pay these private business owners with the private prisons for the money that they're not making from having criminals not filled in their prison. They're supposed to keep those prisons in about 80% capacity. But since they made some of these laws to where they said they're going to be lighter on convictions and they're going to be slapping people more on the wrists about locking them up over certain crimes, the jails are only now 50% or less crowded. So now the business owners and the stockholders of these private prisons, they're like, yo, why isn't our prisons being full? Y'all not out there catching enough of these motherfuckers to keep the jails open for us to keep getting this government funding from having these inmates. So what are they doing? Like the girl said, they're out there catching these boys for bullshit. Like, and we as a people were so brainwashed and subconsciously taught to hate each other that we're out here shooting up each other over some colors. We're out here shooting up each other over, oh, that's my block and you ain't from there. And y'all don't realize that that is self-hatred and destruction of our own people. And I say this a lot on my show. If it's, let's say if it's 50 people living in a neighborhood, 50 young men living in a neighborhood, 25 of them is on the north side, 25 of them is on the south side, right? Now, these guys are beefing with each other. Why? There's no real beef reason. It's just that one crew of people's on the other side and one crew of people's on the other side. Or it could be over a color. It could be over which side of the neighborhood you on, or it could be over the color you wearing, right? Now, if it's 25 people on one side, 25 people on another side, and now those 25 guys wind up going and killing 5 of those guys. So them 20 guys that's left, they're going to come back now and they're going to kill 10 of those guys, which leaves only 15 guys on that side. So those 5 guys that was killed on that side, those 20 guys came and killed 10 of those guys, which leave 15 of those guys. Those 15 guys is going to now come back and try to kill 5 or 10 of them guys. If you notice, our soldiers are dwindling due to the hands of each other. You understand? This is what the people want. I wish I could find that post when that white guy, the Ku Klux Klan member, said, "Oh, we don't have to kill you niggers anymore. All we gotta do is leave liquor and guns, trucks full with liquors and guns in the neighborhood, and let y'all go and do the job for us. We ain't gotta do it no more." They're right. Because our people have been subconsciously brainwashed for so long to hate each other that niggas is out here gunning down each other and don't even know the real reason why. Like, it don't even make sense. But here it is. You've seen this post I just posted. They want y'all to do that to each other. Because not only will y'all be killing each other off, so it could be less of us, they want to lock y'all up to make that money off of y'all in their private prison business. And y'all don't even know what's going on or even care. Now, I know I'm getting real preachy on it, but you know what? This is the end of January 2026, and we actually going into Black History Month. Now, I know Black History Month is like one of the shortest months, but we gotta do better, y'all. We gotta do better, man. Word. We gotta create generational wealth. You know what I'm saying? First thing we gotta do is focus on our health, and we gotta create generational wealth. And that's the only way. We gotta have some unity, and we gotta come together. Now, I don't know how hard it is to do it, but all of these obstacles that was put in our way to stop us from flourishing, it is what it is. So all of this shit from breaking up the family and making us men pay child support and all of that. Like, child support is another thing, dude. Y'all got to be hip to that. Child support is a real serious issue that is using to, you know what I'm saying, divide the families and have the black men paying this money. And even if you didn't pay it, they still make you go to jail. So you go to jail, you come out, you still owe it. Now let's listen to about something with child support.
You know you can pay your wife $4,000 a month for admin and operations? That's $48,000 a year, and get it wrote off as a business expense. Now let's talk about the kids. If your child works for your business, you can pay them up to $13,850 a year. Guess what? That's under the standard deduction, so that's zero federal income tax. So instead of paying the IRS, you're paying your family. Money stays inside your household and inside your legacy, inside your bloodline. This is how builders move. Follow me if you're trying to build smart. 100K play.
Now, you understand what he's saying? Now, I was ranting about the child support, but this is actually how you keep your wealth in your family. You hire your children, and let's hear that again.
You know you can pay your wife $4,000 a month for admin and operations? That's $48,000 a year, and get it wrote off as a business expense. Now let's talk about the kids. If your child works for your business, you can pay them up to $13,850 a year. Guess what? That's under the standard deduction, so that's zero federal income tax. So instead of paying the IRS, you're paying your family. Money stays inside your household and inside your legacy, inside your bloodline. This is how builders move. Follow me if you're trying to build smart. 100K play.
Y'all heard that? You understand? You know what I mean? It's a bunch of things that you could do to keep your money in your household. You feel me? Hold up. It's a bunch of different shit I think I want to... There's something else that I wanted to show y'all real quick. Where is it? Let me give y'all a blueprint.
I'm a firm believer in teaching what's taught, and I just got taught something, so I'm about to teach you.
And this is a young boy.
This is gonna be...
This is a young boy talking about this, y'all.
Blueprint to generational wealth. I hope you can sit down and listen to me for a couple of minutes. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is open up a trust. When you hear trust, you think of rich people, trust fund babies for rich people, but you can open up a trust. This is a trust. A trust is basically like a treasure box. Remember when you did good in school, your teacher will allow you to go to the treasure box and get some snacks, right? So your trust is your treasure box. Your snacks is your assets. So life insurance is considered an asset. So you can open up a life insurance policy. You're probably paying $100 a month. Let's just say your death benefit is $100,000. The $100 a month is funding that life insurance policy. But since you already own a life insurance policy, you can, that's a part of your net worth.
And I have a life insurance policy. You know what I mean? Full life, not a term, full life.
Benefit. I'm a firm believer in teaching what's taught, and I just got taught something, so I'm about to teach you. This is gonna be a blueprint to generational wealth. I hope you can sit down and listen to me for a couple of minutes. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is open up a trust. When you hear trust, you think of rich people, trust fund babies for rich people, but you can open up a trust. This is a trust. A trust is basically like a treasure box. Remember when you did good in school, your teacher will allow you to go to the treasure box and get some snacks, right? So your trust is your treasure box. Your snacks is your assets. So life insurance is considered an asset. So you can open up a life insurance policy. You're probably paying $100 a month. Let's just say your death benefit is $100,000. The $100 a month is funding that life insurance policy. But since you already own a life insurance policy, you can, that's a part of your net worth, your death benefit. I'm a firm believer in teaching what's taught, and it is a part of your net worth. So when you put that life insurance policy inside of the trust, now the trust is worth $100,000. Now let's say you have a business, let's say it's a barbershop, and the barbershop was valuated at $100,000. You can also put that business in the trust. So now your trust is worth $200,000. And you know, you had to start up the business, and that took some money, but the other $100,000 just came from a life insurance policy that you're probably paying like $150 per month. You know, you haven't even paid $100,000. But the thing about a trust is you can borrow against it. So if your trust is worth $200,000, you can go to the bank and say, look, this is what Elon Musk does. You think he got $400 billion in the bank. No, he just borrows against that. Say I have a trust worth $200,000. I need $150,000 so I can put on a down payment on a house. It is a part of your net worth. So now say you bought a house that's worth $1 million. And you put $150,000 as a down payment. Now you haven't paid off this house. You haven't paid off the life insurance either, but you can put that house in your trust. The house is worth $1 million. Like I just said, you can borrow against the trust. So now your trust is worth $1,050,000 because you left $50,000 in there because you only took $150 out. I hope you follow it. So now you have $1 million and $50,000 to play with. Now remember, you also are in debt by $150,000. Now what you need to do is take out $50,000 from that $1,050,000. Now it's $1 million in the trust based off the valuation of your house. I know I'm saying a lot of information. You should be right. Now see, you bought a writing this stuff down. Take that $50,000, go buy you a business, bruh. Buy you a business that's already in profit, one that has a consistent revenue where you can make that $50,000 back within the next 5 years. Then put that business also in your trust, which is gonna just raise the trust value even more. But the value of this business that you just bought is in order to pay back the $150,000 you're in debt. So once you complete all of that, you will have a $1 million trust, a $1 million house, $100,000 business, $100,000 life insurance policy, and you know, once you get that business, however much, if you buy a business for $50,000, it's probably worth, let's just say it's probably worth $75,000. Or it might be, you might have got a bad deal. Maybe it's worth $45,000. You can also put that in there. Writing stuff down. Let's just say $45,000 on this business. But the thing about this business is bringing in profit every single month. So that's gonna pay off that loan. But at the end of all of this, you sitting at $1 million house, $100,000 life insurance policy, $100,000 business, and a $45,000 business. So you sitting at $1.245, $1,245,000 in a trust. And all you had to do was build that business and start a life insurance policy. And then the thing about a trust is, it ain't going nowhere. If you go bankrupt, your trust is okay, and you can give it to your kids. And just repeat, rinse and repeat. Generational.
Now, did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that was done? Because a lot of y'all, some of y'all out there that watching this or will watch this, y'all probably all got life insurance policies, but y'all don't know what to do with it. Y'all just paying into it. And I don't suggest getting a term life insurance policy unless you got a policy on somebody that you know is going to die soon. But if you don't know a person going to die soon, you need to get a full life insurance policy. And you need to put that shit in the trust. And then you need to take out loans off of that trust. Because if you got a life insurance policy full term and it's worth $150,000 or $100,000, that's how much you can borrow off from a bank with that trust. And you're not liable for anything off that. You heard what the young boy said. He broke it down for you. So I suggest that everybody that's out here trying to make it happen, I suggest that you get your shit together. You know what I'm saying? Because throughout this episode, I went in and talked about different stuff. But I talked about how a lot of people don't want us blacks to get no type of generational wealth or see us flourishing from the Tulsa, Oklahoma thing and all of the other black flourishing families that was out there. They don't want to see us doing that. Now, I know some of the people that's in these lives, they ain't all black people. There's going to be some different nationalities in there. But even though y'all can do it for y'all family and make it happen. Generational wealth is not just for any type of color person. It's for everybody. But I'm talking to my peoples. And I want y'all to understand that y'all can create generational wealth and not be out here struggling and doing crimes to go to jail so the system and the private prison business owners can make money off of your little kids or you being in prison. Because it's all a business. Why do you think everybody that's born here has a social security number? Because everybody's a commodity to this fucking country. This is United States of America, Inc., INC. So that means it's a business. So everybody here, we got to pay these taxes no matter what. You work, you pay taxes. You buy stuff, you got to pay taxes. You buy a home, you got to pay taxes. Even after you finish paying on that home, you still have to pay taxes. And if you don't pay them taxes, they still could come and take your home. Even if you finish paying off your mortgage. If a house was $300,000 and you paid off $300,000 and you don't keep paying off them taxes every month, they could still come and take your house. So what do you really own? Build a trust off of a life insurance policy and borrow off of it. That's what this country's about. And this is how guys like Elon Musk and Bill Gates and all of these guys, this is how they built their wealth. If it wasn't from stealing from somebody, they knew how to get around the system. Look at President Trump. People was all mad at him that he didn't have to pay all his taxes because he knew how to use the laws in the system to make it happen. Now, black people, we're still kind of like under the needle from getting treated equally, but these opportunities are still out there for us, and we can make it happen. So basically, that's the basis of this episode today. Grindhardtv podcast is about black wealth and black unity, and making sure that we can make it happen. Even when you in a relationship, he said it. I played it in the other clip. You can pay your wife $4,000 a month for just being your administration for your business, for handling everything in the house. She can get paid for that. That can be written off. You can hire your children to do shit, and y'all know the Hoffs. Those are my kids, but I've been promoting them and putting them out there from the Hoff series to the Hoff singles. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could pay them and write shit off. People, let's be a little bit more smart on how we could do this and keep this generational wealth coming, because as you see, they would burn down black towns to stop you from getting wealth. And once those black towns start flourishing again, they want to come right back in and they want to rebuild it and call it gentrification. But it's only reclaiming land that they gave away and labeled it red zones to keep you in poverty. So people, let's just be a little bit more smarter and make shit happen the right way. All right? Now, y'all can go back and listen to this podcast all day and listen to all of the things that I played for you to learn what it is you need to do to get your family straight. You feel me? So that's what I have to say about that. I figure I preached to y'all and taught y'all some jewels and some lessons for the last hour. Now, I want to talk about some of the other shit that's going on in the industry. So we're going to go through some shit and see what it is. You know what I mean? Again, I was showing y'all earlier the pages that I have, and I showed y'all what this channel is on, Grindhardtv Television on YouTube. That's one channel. I got the World Around the Hoff channel. That's on YouTube. But as I was saying to y'all before, you see the Grindhardtv Television channel, right? We have World Around the Hoff. And then on this side, we have the Hoffs. Now let's look at this channel. Those are my guys right there. Those are my guys right here. Look. These are the episodes that I have with them. If you notice, this is season 1. And I just opened up a lot of this stuff because YouTube had it. They had it in private. And I just went into the channel and I opened it up. So happy birthday up in heaven, my Uncle Donald. You know what I'm saying? That's a clip of when he passed away. This is the Hoff series, live shows and friends. These is their friend, my son's friends that he went to school with. Hoff 3, happy 13th birthday. Hoff 3 is now about to be 18. Right? So this is about almost 5 years ago. And look how little they are. You know what I'm saying? This is Hospitals and Kicks. This is a commercial, Level 4 Collective, Mitchell and Ness. They were sponsoring the Hoffs. This is now the Hoff series, part 3, Tattoos in Trinidad. This is Mickey. He's now Hoff 4. He's the son that I found out that's not mine biologically. You know what I'm saying? This is when I was in Trinidad with him, and that's the connection that I have in Trinidad with my sons. But we still doing business together, right? The Hoffs, Hustle and the Hoffs, Hustle of the Hoffs. This was an episode where they were writing their first singles and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? This is the Hoffs in Bahamas. This one we went on a cruise to the Bahamas, right? This is the Hoffs and at the D'Amelios. If y'all notice, I used to run a clothing line with my guy Mark D'Amelio back in the days, and his daughter wound up making it big on TikTok over the dances that she did. This is the episode with us at their house in Connecticut before they moved to LA. This is the Hoffs, Little Miss Hoff and Grandpa Rama. This is when I found out my son had his daughter, and I went out to Trinidad to be with her. You know, years later, finding out that she wasn't mine. And this is now Hoff 3 right here. You know what I'm saying? Tour of our car. He was letting y'all know what the car was about. The 2K challenge does not go out good. PS4 GameStop. You know, whoever drink the water first or for eating Takis. This is the Hoffs. This episode is the Hoff series. The Hoffs Jolly Day Merry Christmas record. You know what I'm saying? So these are some of the things that is on the Hoff channel. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back for y'all to show y'all what I'm doing. And I'm teaching y'all how to do generational wealth because I got my kids and I'm showing y'all. But look, home. Hoff series season 2 is now going to be this. Look. It's going to be this. Look. I want to get to those lives and show y'all. Because now season 2 is going to be about my Horf 2, Miki Mumu, who's now playing a lot of, he's now a teenager. But also, he also plays basketball. Let me see, where's one of his games at? It gotta be. I want to show y'all this shit real quick. Music videos. I want to show y'all some of his games. Where's the live? How I go to the lives? Oh, here we go. Okay, so this is a short from one of his games when he was at St. Rose. All right, so if y'all see, that's what season 2 is going to be about. Season 2 is going to be more about Horf 3 playing basketball because he was on a couple of teams. He was on St. Rose team over here, right out here. Then he was on his junior high school team. And now he plays on another team. And he actually got a game in South Carolina coming up the end of February. And we going out there for that game. And that will be out there live as well. So, again, like I was saying, my children are my commodities. And I will create generational wealth for my sons to be able to pass them down something that when I'm dead and gone, they'll have a head start in life, like how a lot of the white people did when they did the white flight and they went and got home loans to have equity off of these homes. Now that this is the internet era, we can actually really find out and see how we can create our own generational wealth and do it that way. All you have to do is execute it. You know what I'm saying? Thank God for me being alive and free. And you know what I'm saying? Thank you for me surviving from the car accident that I just had. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see me all bandaged up and staples in my head and everything like that. So I still got another shot to execute what I'm out here executing with my kids. And as you see, I have years worth of content of me promoting my children and putting them in positions where now me putting them under the company it clearly shows what I'm doing with them. You know what I mean? So when I go out with them and we go on a vacation and I film it, that's filming for the Horf series. That's a business expense. You know what I'm saying? When I go to his game and I'm filming his games for the Horf series, that's a business expense. So whatever expenses I spend or pay for that, all of that can be written off. You know what I'm saying? Me paying my kids to put those, to keep promoting those songs that they had out and everything like that, I could write that off. You feel me? So I want y'all to look into that and understand that, you know what I mean? It can be done too. You can do that along with yourself. So the fact that the courts want to try to make us men feel like we're not worthy to be in our kids' lives like that and all we had to do is pay child support. Or you can pay child support, but you can also write that off if you know how to tailor it in a way where you're doing a lot of things with your children and you're paying their mother. It's a business expense. You got to know how to work this system, man. You know what I'm saying? The system, these laws are out here for you to work it, and you do it to the best of your ability. So when I first started doing this show today, I didn't know exactly which way I was going with it because I just wanted to get on here and I wanted to do my podcast, which I do on Sundays and I air again on Thursdays on Rough Riders and iHeart and all of that. But I wanted to really show y'all what it's all about to have children and have generational wealth and be more wiser when you out here and you trying to go against your own kind. Because all it takes for us to really persevere is unity. If we got unity, we could really make shit happen. You know what I'm saying? Now, on another note, I wanted to go into something which I really didn't want to like advertise that today, but I kind of want to because this person really kind of played themselves, and I want to talk about this shit. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna go into that right now. So the other day I went and did a show on Tuesday. My accident was on Wednesday. On Tuesday, we went to an event in Long Island and Freeport. If y'all know, be on my page and be paying attention. You know what I'm saying? We had some shows and we went out there, right? So my guy, shout out to my guy Freak Genius TV. He did his thing. You know what I'm saying? Brought people together and shit like that. And it wasn't a packed house, but it was a couple hundred people watching on my live. So it was definitely worth it. But look, with that being said, right? He put up the lineup of the show. I didn't go there and say, make me the headliner. I just said, yo, I'm down with you. I'm glad that you're back on the scene doing your thing. So put the show together. I'm going to help you promote it. And we're going to come. And we're going to make shit happen. So the show went on. Everybody performed. There was maybe about 5 to 6 artists in there. And then there was a couple people from Freeport that was out there. I'm going to set it up for you to understand what it is. So it was the end of the show. And the last group was getting on to perform, which was me. Me and Lazarus the Top Don and my guy DJ Duke, who drove in from Baltimore to come be at the show. Somebody in the crowd who we don't even know was like, oh, okay, it's the last act of the night, save the best for last, right? That's what was said. Now listen to what happened before I come back and I do my my commentary on it. Just listen.
They said the best for last? The best was Naija, and she performed earlier, okay? Relax. 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 Yeah. It's like that. It's like that. Anybody else? What you trying to say? Don't do that. Don't do that. Lipstick and liquor bottles is in the building. Don't block me. Don't block me. I brought the best talent. Okay? Just so y'all know. I'm an A&R. Okay? Big Def Jam in the building. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Big DJ. The biggest. The largest.
Mind you, my nigga DJ Duke is standing right there next to her. He's way bigger than her. Way bigger than her. My guy is the #1 DJ in Baltimore. The #1. She's probably the number 100th, 201 DJ in New York City. She's probably 201 in New York City. In her mind, she probably thinks she's the biggest and the largest. But the guy that's standing right next to her, DJ Duke, out of Baltimore, who's on Radio 1, and he DJs an FM station, and he flies to Africa and all these different cities, and drove all the way from Baltimore to come be at this show with me that night. He is 100 times bigger than her. So for her to be acting like that, just listen.
But what y'all not gonna do is try to play with my artists. That's what y'all not gonna do on this Fine Good Tuesday. Especially when I'm giving y'all a platform to showcase y'all talent.
Now, how the fuck is this bitch giving us a platform to perform when that is actually Freak Genius TV platform? Freak Genius is the one that got that platform and had all of us come out there to that platform. So how is she giving us opportunity to be on this fucking platform? First of all, you're wrong right there. You ain't giving nobody no platform because that's a Freak Genius TV event, first off. And second off, that was a patron that was in that situation, in that shit that came from there. He's from out there. That said, oh, the last act, save the best for last. It was no harm. It was just a nigga saying, save the best for last. Everybody know that, that's a saying that everybody say. You save the best for last. Everybody usually know if a nigga rap last on a song, he's supposed to be the best or if a nigga close out the show, that's supposed to be the best. Save the best for last, the headliner or the featured artist. Clearly, Freak Genius looked at me as the featured artist, me and Lazarus and Blue Diaz. We were the featured artists that came in. He's the one that made that lineup to make everybody do that. And then some random guy that was in the crowd from Freeport, shout out to him, he said, oh, save the best for last. You hear how this girl is talking? Now, I wasn't going to say nothing because nobody was saying nothing. In real talk, I felt like mad niggas was kind of pussy by letting this girl talk down to everybody like that. I didn't like it. Lazarus didn't like it. And all them guys that was there didn't like it. And I don't like to go somewhere and be respectful to everybody and feel pussy because somebody talking crazy to you and you're not really speaking up for yourself. It kind of annoys me. But she said what she said. Nobody said nothing. We kept it. And then she went on more. Listen.
Especially when I'm lending my controller. Don't do that.
Now, when she says she's lending her controller, remind you, all of the other acts already went. And I was the only person that came with my own DJ, which was DJ Duke, who is the biggest and the largest, bigger than her, way bigger than her, right? And he knows her boss, who's Shampoo. Shout out to my guy from YMVS DJs, because obviously he just put her down with that because I ain't never heard of her before. I never even heard of this girl. And I never knew that she was down with YMVS, but obviously she got down with that. She's got a biggest and largest swollen head, and she feels that she could talk reckless to whoever, like she can't get the holy hell shit smacked out of her. But that's neither here nor there, but it's whatever. So she said what she said, right? Duke is right there, who's way bigger than her, right? Freak Genius is the one that did the lineup. Her artist was pretty dope. I showed her love, and she's on my page. But this girl just kept going on and on. I don't know if it was the liquor. I don't know what it is, because honestly, I've been out here in New York City doing this music shit for years. And Grindhardtv is in its 21st anniversary. I've never, ever heard of this girl before. Even my guy, Blue Diaz, said that he worked with her before.
Power off.
He worked with her before on when she was down with Blaze the Mic, with Colors and everybody like that. And they never even told me nothing about this girl. So obviously she wasn't that relevant or important for them to tell me about her. But for one patron that was in the club to say, oh, save the best for last, and then you saying, oh, my artist was the best and the biggest and the baddest and all of that, and you giving everybody a platform and you lending out your controller. So then I looked at it as, oh, you must be talking about me and my guys, because we're performing last and I'm the one that came with the DJ that was borrowing your controller. So when you said the shit you said, clearly you was saying that towards me. All right?
Do that. That's not what we doing. Okay? Yeah, big PS5. Big PS5. And somebody bought it for me at that.
Hold on.
Now here I go.
Listen, we here to have a good time. Everybody here was the best it can be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're here for a good time,
yeah,
but what y'all not gonna do is play with my artists.
Hold on.
That's not what we're gonna do.
I'm going last. So it's like that's being directed at me when I didn't say best for last. Somebody else said
somebody else said it, so y'all need to calm down in the audience.
That wasn't the last performer that said that. You know what I mean? So it ain't like, you know what I mean? You can't really come at the last performer like
I'm not coming at nobody. I'm letting y'all know, stop playing on my top.
Now, how is you not coming at the last performer when dude in the crowd says save the best for last, and I happen to be the last performer, and my DJ is borrowing your controller, and you said if I'm giving motherfuckers a platform and I'm loaning my controller to you, then who the fuck else is you talking about? Who else could you possibly be talking about? Because you ain't talking about the artists that already went on, because they already went on. Even your artists went on. So who the fuck else could you be talking about? That's how I'm taking it. Because I came there to have a good time. Your artist performed. I liked her. I actually filmed her performance, put her on my stories and on my page. But you talking so reckless, like as if nobody could be better than your artist? Like, is you fucking crazy? Then you talking about, I don't give a fuck and what's up and what's up. Like, listen to this shit, y'all. How chicks be talking reckless to niggas. And then when you talk back to them or you wholly backhand them, They say, because she says it here, when I was defending myself off of the bullshit she was saying, she's like, oh, and now you want to argue with a bitch. So now, oh, it's me wanting to argue with a bitch when you talking reckless to a nigga that I know you cannot physically fuck me up at all. There's no way, shape, and form that you was beating me. So the way you was talking was non-cipher. Listen.
I'm here to do my thing. I'm the best at whatever I do. Let's go. DJ Duke in the house, you already know. Grindhardtv, we in the fucking building. It's a fact, world around, we here. The biggest, the baddest, the bestest. Facts. We gonna let the performances and the music be. Shout out to everybody that's in the building, Naija, everybody that performs tonight. Everybody did their motherfucking thing.
And I'm still bigging up her artist, Naija. I'm still like, Naija, all that. I'm bigging her up because she got this dope record that I really like. She did that Michael Jackson shit over, that Dirty Diana shit over. And she in love with a scammer. And the way she did it, she definitely like did it just like the Michael Jackson song. And that's a dope record and I like it. She says she's an A&R. Well, bitch, I'm an A&R. And I know good music when I see it. And Shorty had a dope record, and we were showing her love. But you might have fucked up opportunities for her with your fat mouth. Running your fat mouth. And you couldn't fuck nobody else up in there. So there was no reason for you to act so overzealous, because you ain't beating up nobody.
I'm from Queens. Queens. That's a fact. Legend. Living legend in the building. Legend. Let's get that right. Shout out to my dude, Blue D, he produced all the records we gonna do tonight. It's gonna be me, Lazarus, the top dog. I got my guy DJ Duke from Baltimore, Radio 1, the biggest. My nigga's international. Africa, he everywhere around the world. He drove in from Baltimore just to be here with y'all tonight. So tap in with him, and you can get your records played all over the world. With each house. I'm bringing in big dogs to do shows with us. You heard? Fishes. We let my DJ set up. DJ Duke Live. And while we wait, here is the live, the shit you heard of. You scared cause you're extra, scared nothing.
I went into my little freestyle that I like, my go-to freestyle, because it can be taken as a battle rap, it can be taken as a diss rap, or it could be taken as me just spitting bars. But I said that rhyme specifically, that's my go-to rhyme when people be talking shit and thinking that they the biggest and the baddest and the bestest. I say rhyme, that rhyme, and there's other rhymes that I got too that that would subliminally go at people that I'm really not going at. Like she said, I'm not talking to nobody, but anybody think they better than my artists, and anybody that want to borrow my controller, bitch, you talking about me, and I'm going to defend myself. I'm not sitting back and letting nobody talk reckless to me and be talking crazy like they could whip my ass. No. We came there in fun, in peace. We came there off of Freak Genius TV. I knew Son for like damn near 15 years, maybe more, because he been around since the beginning of Grindhard. I remember Freak Genius. Shout out to my guy. Salute to you again. That's my guy. So when he said he was doing something, I said, hell yeah, I'm pulling up, my guy. I'm going to pull up and I'm going to go live. Because that whole full episode that I'm playing y'all is on motherfucking World of Rhyme of the Horse channel. And it was 4 days ago, and it's at 228 views. And that's from that night where people was watching. So it may not have been a lot of people in the spot, but it was 200 and something people watching that night of her talking her shit like she's the biggest and the best. And you're not. Especially not in that fucking spot we was at. You wasn't the biggest and the baddest. Your artist was dope, but you're not the biggest and the baddest DJ, ma. And I've heard about you since this happened. I did my little homework. You was some girl from Miami and ain't know nobody, and you came up here and started moving and shaking and got yourself to wherever you got to go to. So for whatever reason, you started fucking with the nigga Shampoo. Shout out to Shampoo and the YNVS DJs, and now you feeling yourself. You need to relax. That's what you need to do. Because you're not the biggest and the baddest. You could believe it and think it and feel it, great. But in that building that night, you was not. You was the DJ that Freak Genius got to DJ the party for the artists and play the music. And you was biased at that because you wasn't playing other artists' music. You just was playing your artist's music. So what type of DJ really are you? Really? And I don't want to go on and on about this shit and rant about it and all that, because I really wasn't going to say nothing about it. But since we came up on this episode, Freak Genius, Freeport, Long Island show on Worldorama the Hoff on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Y'all could go and watch it yourself and see what it's all about and everything like that. And I probably put this episode out already on other platforms. Matter of fact, I'm going to play this full episode on Rough Riders and iHeart and all of that. And then this episode with me talking about it will come on the week after. That's how structured and shit I got this shit over here. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? So before you get on anywhere and thinking you the biggest and the baddest, you need to know who the fuck is in the building before you saying shit. Because the DJ that was standing right next to you, that I asked you, is it a problem for my DJ to DJ on your set while he's here? You said, no, that was fine. You didn't have no problem with it. But when somebody said something about your artist and you started trying to disrespect niggas, you was talking about you letting niggas hold your controller and you giving niggas a platform. First of all, it wasn't your platform. Second of all, you wasn't the biggest DJ in that shit. You was not. Go look up DJ Duke Live. He's 100 times more bigger than you. So before you and honestly, I would let the whole shit play, but y'all gonna be able to see it on Rough Riders Radio iHeart streaming this Thursday from 10 to midnight. That whole episode is streaming on Thursday. This Thursday, coming up, that whole episode. Or you could go right to YouTube and watch it, Worldorama, #the Hoff, and you could go see it. But I don't like when people be trying to like talk crazy and think that nobody's never gonna say nothing about this shit. Like that's not cool. That's not cool. We was there, and I like your artists. You know what I'm saying? So opportunities could fuck around and be taken away, or opportunities could just be given to her with you not being invited from you doing what you doing and talking how you talk. Because I restrained myself very hard. I restrained myself from getting physical. Because you was like jumping all bad, like, what's up, what's up, what's up? Don't do that. Because in that same what's up breath that you said, you said to me, oh, now you want to argue with a bitch. That make you a bitch ass nigga. So is it only okay for you to talk like a dude to men, but then when niggas want to argue back with you, now niggas is bitches because we arguing with a bitch? Like, come on. How do you want this? You know what? It almost sound like a girl acting real tough, like a dyke or lesbian, acting real tough to a man, wanting to fight and be all aggressive. And then as soon as a nigga want to put hands and feet on you, now it's, oh, you want to hit a girl. If you a girl, then you stay in a female's place. We know that women and men are not equal. We know this. And this is why I restrained from backhanding you, because I knew that it wouldn't look good for me on my live to be physically altercation with a female that's talking so crazy, because you deserved it, but I still withheld back and not was disrespectful in that manner on my live. And what you don't know is there's a lot of altercations that happens on my live, because everywhere I go, I be live. And I always seem to catch some funny fuck shit, and people seem to not be okay with it being on live because they always doing some dumb shit. So your lesson in this is, going forward, don't get too drunk at places, whatever you call yourself, baddies and bottles or whatever. Don't go to events and get too drunk and be talking out your fucking mouth and don't know who's really in the building. You feel me? Because there's going to be a time where you're going to be somewhere, and I heard about you. I heard about your mouth is always reckless like that. But there's going to be a time where you're going to go somewhere and you're going to fly off the handle over some fuck shit that wasn't even said directly to you or meant for you. And somebody going to put hands and feet on you, mama. They're going to do it. So That's just my word to the wise. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to keep rehashing on it, but I thought about this after I said what I said. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't know where you from. You look like you Spanish or something. You look like you either Colombian or whatever. I don't know if you white, Colombian, Spanish, whatever the case may be. But you can't be around here in the city acting all tough, talking mad crazy, and then thinking nobody's never gonna do nothing about it. And then on top of that, if you down with the YNVS DJs, Shampoo is my guy. DJ Shuttle's my guy. There's a couple of people that's in that crew that's my guy. And DJ Duke knows Shampoo. So that could have fucked up shit for you if niggas was calling them beefing like, yo, what the fuck is up with this bitch? You could fuck up opportunities from you getting drunk and running your fucking mouth. So word to the wise, when you go somewhere, ain't nobody dissing your artist. You can't be extra all gung-ho from your artist because your artist came to me after everything was said and done. And she said to me, listen, I apologize for what my DJ was saying. You know what I'm saying? Her views on things is not my views. And I'm looking forward to working with you later on down the line. And I applauded her for that because I really do like her song. And I did put her on my channel. And I would like to bring her out with me in other shits to do shit. You're not invited, DJ, but she will be invited. And if she chooses to be loyal to you and not come, then that's an opportunity that she'll miss out on, you know what I'm saying, on her behalf. But I don't accept disrespect at all. And I let you slide that night. But it's still on my live and it's still out there and people are still going to talk about it. So before you go and get saucy, Mr. Baddies and Bottles or whatever your name your crew is, watch what you say. Don't let that liquor get your ass in something that could either blackball you or could get you a black eye. And that's it. Shout out to the girl Niaja with your dope record. Keep pushing it. And you know what I'm saying? You'll be good. But don't have people around you that could fuck up your opportunities with their pompousness and their bullshit. And that's just a lesson that I'm going to give on that one. And with that being said, Grindhardtv every Sunday, sometimes 4:30 to 6:30 or 5 to 7. You feel me? Like, that's just what it is, man. Everybody stay humble. Keep doing your thing. You know what I mean? And don't forget, y'all, about what I told y'all, my peoples, about that generational wealth and building shit with your children. You know what I'm saying? Build your legacy, make your money, and learn how to learn the ins and outs of the system with how they trying to keep us down and how we can come up. You feel me? And that's just my lesson for today. It's a blizzard outside. I'm recovering still from a car accident that I was in. You feel me? So I'll be back on the scene in like another week. I'll be out there fully 100% doing what I do. Thank you for everybody that tuned in today for Grindhardtv podcast live from Grindhardtv headquarters. And you know what I mean? Just stay safe. Don't be out there driving all reckless and crazy because your car don't have super glue on your tires. You feel me? And just enjoy life and enjoy your family. It's still the January in 2026, the top of the year. Accomplish every goal that you want to accomplish and make it happen. You heard? And salute to everybody. Grind hard, baby. Arr.